Good morning, students. Yet another video on issue of debentures, a new topic, more or less similar to issue of shares. Little here and there, otherwise it is more or less similar to issue of shares. Let's start with our syllabus. Debentures, issue of debentures part 1 we will be doing first, in which we will be first seeing some introduction parts, some theory, and then we will be doing with rather issue of debentures in consideration other than cash. Totally similar to issue of shares in consideration other than cash. First of all, what is debenture? It is the loan taken by the company. It's a type of bond or debenture loan which carries interest as charge against profit. That means in spite of loss, company needs to pay the interest. It comes under long-term borrowings. Yes, it is a long-term borrowing. It's a long-term borrowing. They can be either redeemed, the debentures can be either redeemed at par or at premium, because any loan we have to redeem it back, we have to return it back. The debentures can be redeemed at par. If nothing is mentioned, it is always at par. Otherwise, it can be redeemed at premium. Premium is more than the par value, more than the nominal value. So these are the three ways by which we will issue the debentures in consideration other than cash, to vendors, to underwriters, to promoters. In cash, there is lump sum as well as installment. And both in lump sum and installment, it is at par, at premium. Even at discount, we can issue the debentures, which was not there in case of shares. Reissue of shares at discount was there. And the last one, issue of debentures as collateral security for a loan. Okay, let's start with the first one, in consideration other than cash. In consideration other than cash, first of all, we will be issuing the debentures to promoters. Who are the promoters? Who have promoted the company. Either we may pass 2 entries or single journal entry. It can be either 2 entries like this, promoters, 2 debentures. Though I have written many more, it can be promoters, 2 debentures, promoters who have done the work for them. It can be either promoters to cash if we are paying the promoters in cash. If we are not paying the promoters in cash, then it can be through shares. It can be through debentures. It can be through check. It can be debentures issued at par or debentures issued at premium. These are the different modes of payment. Actually, we can write more modes. Like we are giving them a bills receivable that will come as an asset, giving the promoters the asset, giving the promoters any ways, by whatever way we are paying, we can pay them. But as this chapter is concerned with debentures, so we may not have to take these parts. We may delete these parts. These parts may not be there. Yes, it may be only debentures issued. It will be only debentures issued. If at par, then 2 debentures. If at premium, then 2 security premium will also come. Then when promoters are given, this is to give the money. The first entry should have been incorporation cost account debit to promoters, and this should have been the next entry. This should have been the next entry. First entry should have been incorporation to promoters, and then it will be promoters to debentures to security premium. Or we may pass only one entry, like incorporation cost to debentures. Over here also I will remove these parts are not there. Though we can give in those parts to share capital, to bank. Anyways we can give a partly in bank, partly in this. Like incorporation cost total coming is 20,000. 15,000 given in debentures, 5,000 through shares, something like that. We can give any combination. Let's do one sum. Incorporation cost is 10,000 to be paid to the promoters. Paid through cash 2,000, paid through check 3,000, and issued 9% debentures of 100 each for the balance. So we are paying 2,000 through cash, 3,000 through check, 2 and 3, 5,000, 5,000 through debentures. So let's see the journal entry. I have passed only one single journal entry. You can pass either single. You may even write instead of incorporation cost, you may even write goodwill. That is also acceptable. Even you can write goodwill account debit. Goodwill account debit, this much, 10,000. Goodwill account debit, 10,000. Then to 9% debentures, 5,000 the balancing figure. Cash we have given 2,000 and bank we have given 3,000. And this is the balancing figure. This is the balancing figure. This was the balancing figure. Okay. Now let's do when issue of debentures is taking place to the underwriters. Underwriters are those who have taken the pain to issue our debentures or shares, and in service of theirs, we are either paying them through cash, through check, through shares, through debentures, anyways. So the service which they have given, for that they are charging commission. That is known as underwriting commission. So underwriting commission to underwriters, then underwriters to debentures, if we are concerned with this chapter, so to debentures. And this underwriting commission needs to be closed. Always it will be closed in statement of PL. So statement of PL to underwriting commission. We need to close it. That was debit. To close it, we have credited it to statement of PL. In statement of PL, we will be writing in the debit side of statement of PL. If you remember your PL account, it is just same as that. Let's do one sum on underwriting. Underwriting commission of rupees 10,000 to be paid to the underwriters through case 1 equity share capital, case 2 9% debentures, case 3 endorsing BR, case 4 they have issued a bills payable and we have accepted it, case 5 by giving asset. Very simple. First journal entry is similar to all of them. There is underwriting commission account debit 10,000 to underwriting commission account debit 10,000 to underwriting commission account debit 10,000 to underwriters. That is same for each case. Then to the underwriters we may pay in any means. Like if we are paying through share capital, then underwriters 10,000 to equity share capital. If we are paying through debentures, then underwriters account debit, underwriters account debit, underwriters account debit to, we can write 9% debentures, underwriters account debit to 9% debentures. We can write, if we are paying through bills, then underwriters account debit to bills receivable, underwriters account debit to bills payable if we have accepted the bill issued by the underwriter, underwriters account debit to any asset we are giving. It can be through bank also. So the payment can be of any mode. It can be to a 9% debentures to security premium reserve. By any mode we can pay underwriter. Now we are issuing the debentures to vendor, the third party. We know vendor from whom we have purchased the assets. And on credit we have purchased the assets. And we have accepted suppose some liabilities also. That means we are buying somebody's business. Asset account debit to liabilities to vendor. It can be only asset to vendor also. Purchase of asset by Saha for, this is a sum, issue of debentures to vendor. So we have purchased some assets by Saha for rupees 12,000 and paid through 9% debentures. We are just buying some assets. Then journal entry will be what? Asset account debit to vendor. First of all, we are getting asset of 12,000. By Saha, purchase of asset by Saha. Instead of vendor, we can write and paid through purchase of asset by Saha. Saha is in the books of Saha only you are doing this. From the vendor, vendor name is not written. So to vendor, if the name would have been written, I would have written name. So suppose it would have been purchase of asset by Saha from Ram. Then in the books of Saha, I would have written, and I would have written over here asset account debit to Ram. Remember, asset to Ram I would have written. Then Ram to debentures. In this case, it is vendor to debentures. If the name is mentioned, you will mention the name. We have issued the debentures 12%. 9% debenture means the interest rate of debenture is 9%. That's all. Next, issue of debentures to vendor. Now we are buying the entire business. We know that if the credit side is more, then we will get goodwill as a debit balance. And if the debit side asset is more, then we will be seeing capital reserve. Next, Purchase of business, when we purchase the business, number of debentures, many assumptions, it will not be mentioned. The purchase consideration will be given. Then number of debentures is purchase consideration by issue price of each debenture. To make the matter clear, we will see a sum. Acha. To the vendor also we can pay in any means. Even we can issue the debentures to the vendor in discount. Even to them also we can issue the discount. Them means to the vendor, to the underwriters or to the promoters. But I have not made the sum complicated. Simply I have explained. So vendor, discount to bank, to share capital, to security premium reserve, to debentures, to asset, to bills receivable, to bills payable, any means we can pay. Let's see one sum. Purchase asset or business from vendor, rupees 10,000, paid the vendor through issue of 9% debentures of 100 each. Case 1, at par. We can issue the debentures at par, we can issue the debentures at premium, and we can issue the debentures at discount. So purchase of asset. First of all, so we are buying asset. So that will be asset to vendor. And then we are issuing the debentures to the vendor at par, the case 1. This is case 1. This one is case 1. Case 1, when we are issuing the debentures to the vendor at par. So 10,000 rupees debentures, 10,000 debentures we are paying them. That means how many debentures we are paying? If you recall the formula, that is purchase consideration, which was 10,000 by issue price of each debenture divided by 100. So 10,000 divided by 100 is nothing but 100 debentures. So we have made 100 debenture in case 1. 100 debentures. This case it will be 100 debentures. The formula remains the same. It is nothing but total purchase consideration divided by price of each debenture. It will be 100 debentures we have issued. This is the number of debentures is equal to number of debentures. Number of debentures. Okay. Now let's see the same sum. Now the number of debenture is 10,000 divided by 120 because we are issuing at premium. Premium is 20 rupees per debenture. That is 20%. 83.33. Now we cannot give the debentures in fraction. So in that case, first entry is same, asset to vendor. When we are paying the vendor 10,000 rupees, we are paying them through debentures 8,300, to SPR 83 debentures into 20 each, 1,600, and to bank the remaining amount. If you see 83 debentures we will take, not the fraction. So this is 83 into 100. This one is 83 into 100 debentures. SPR is 83 into 20 because 20 rupees per debenture. 83 into 20, 1600. 16, is it coming that? 0, 2, 3, 6. No, I think it is not. What is it? 830, 830. That is 1660 is coming. Okay. And the remaining amount is 40, 100, carry 16390. Yeah, it will be 40 rupees the balancing figure. Okay. 614. Yeah, now this is the correct one. So the balancing figure is the banking figure. Bank, whatever is the fraction amount, that is the balancing figure that we are paying through bank. Balancing figure. Let's see one more sum. Oh, same sum with a discount. 10,000 rupees I need to pay at 80 rupees per share because 20% is discount. 125 debentures. To find out the discount on debentures, 125 into 20. 20 rupees per debenture is this one discount into number of debentures 125. So 125 into that is 2,500. Similarly, to find out debentures, number of debentures we have got 125. So number of debentures, nominal value per debenture into number of debentures. That is the value 12,500. So now this is the homework, students. A Limited purchase from K Limited machinery worth rupees 5,000, debtors 1,000, stock 1,000, and accepted creditors rupees 2,000 from vendor in purchase consideration of 10,000. paid the vendor through issue of 9% debentures of 100 each at par, at discount, and at premium. So case 1, case 2, case 3. So this is also case 1, then case 2, and then case 3. Case 3. So these are the different cases. You need to solve it at home, and just you can send me. So I am giving you some hint. It will be machinery account debit, debtors account debit, stock account debit, 2 creditors, 2 vendor. The vendor value will be 10,000. Purchase consideration value is given. Then you will see your debit is equal to credit or not. If they are same, there is no question of goodwill or capital reserve. If they are not same, the balancing figure will be either goodwill or capital reserve. Then in order to make the payment, vendor to debentures in case of par, vendor to debentures to security premium in case of security premium, vendor discount to debentures in case of discount. How much will be the discount? In the first case, 10,000 divided by 100. Second case, 10,000 divided by 80. And third case, 10,000 divided by 120. Thank you, students. So this homework sum was there. Thank you, students. So next day we will be seeing some other video event. Thank you.